Like Mahatma Gandhi says, the future depends on what we do in the present. I know that many of you may have concerns on how to manage your finances on your own when you go to college and beyond. And today I will be discussing how financial planning can help you take control of your future and live your dream life. So what really is financial planning? Financial planning is the practice of putting together a plan for your future, specifically around how you will manage your finances and prepare for any potential situations that may arise. The process involves gathering data to evaluate your current financial situation, identifying your goals, and then developing and implementing relevant recommendations. Monitoring and adjusting the plan on an ongoing basis is essential in order to make necessary adjustments to reach your financial goals. So let's talk about the benefits. Without a solid timeline, it can be difficult to achieve your dreams as soon as possible. You will not be able to fully understand your current financial situation and see if you are making progress towards your goals. But with a financial plan, you are in a better position to understand your finances. Having a financial plan will help you maintain discipline when working towards your set targets and achieving your set goals. You will be able to clearly see the effects of the financial decisions you make. Overall, financial planning can give you a whole new approach to improving control over your financial lifestyle. Creating a financial plan may require you to face some realities that you've been avoiding, but it is definitely worth it in the end. Once your plan is complete, you can begin taking specific steps to ensure that your finances are in order and will be able to live a peaceful life with fewer surprises. So how is a financial plan made? After a consultation with your financial advisor, they will have you fill out a data review form. This form helps the advisor gain a better understanding of your current financial situation. And a data review form is a spreadsheet that will include information about your assets, liabilities, savings information, such as the types of savings accounts you have, insurance, and more. Once the advisor gathers this data, it will then be put into a financial planning engine system, which will create financial goals and targets for you based on your data. The advisor will then review the goals and make adjustments and recommendations. They will then share the plan with you to get your input and see if you'd like to make any changes. After creating and finalizing the financial plan, during each following meeting, your advisor will focus on a different piece of the plan and will discuss how you can achieve those specific goals in detail. Your advisor will be able to help you in a holistic way. Once the financial advisor has worked with you for a while, you will then transition into having seasonal meetings with them. So you will meet with your advisor every 4 months to discuss your current financial situation and how you've been making progress towards your goals. So now we will be walking through a sample financial plan to give you an idea of what to expect from a financial plan given to you by your advisor and how you can use it to shape your future. So this financial plan was created for a young adult who has a high school diploma and is currently employed as a waitress on the weekdays and an Uber driver on the weekends. A financial plan is broken down into 3 sections: cash flow, net worth, and then major purchase goals. And for a young adult, these are the aspects of their financial plan that are most applicable to them. So when you begin reading a financial plan, the first page you'll see is the introduction page. This page explains the importance of financial planning and briefly explains what a financial plan will cover. And then the next page is the financial fundamentals page. This page includes definitions of terms used throughout the financial plan, as well as some examples, and the reader can refer back to this page when needed. So let's take a closer look at these definitions. Cash flow is the amount of money flowing in and out of your budget. It is calculated by subtracting your cash outflow expenses from your cash inflow, which is your income, and your final value is called your net cash flow. Next is net worth, which is a value or measure of wealth calculated by subtracting an individual's liabilities from their assets. And liabilities are the amount of money an individual owes, whereas assets are the amount of money an individual owns. Lifestyle assets are investments on personal items that do not produce a disposable income, such as boats, cars, and art. But financial assets are liquid non-physical assets that come from contractual agreements, and these are bank deposits, bonds, stocks, etc. Physical investment assets are investment assets that are tangible and have material value, such as real estate, land, etc. A savings account allows you to earn more money or interest from the bank or financial institution where your account is held. And a checking account allows you to both add and withdraw money from the account. So the next page in a financial plan is called the snapshot cash flow page, which includes a table that covers a breakdown of an individual's income and expenses. And next we have the cash flow page. And this page explains the cash flow and includes recommendations to adjust the cash flow for the individual's financial goals. This page also includes pie charts to visualize how the individual's income and expenses are split up into separate categories. Next, we have the snapshot net worth page. This page includes a table that covers the specific assets and liabilities that an individual has, as well as proposed changes the young adult should make to their net worth. The net worth page explains the individual's net worth and includes future plans. Because a young adult cannot fill out some of the categories in the net worth section of the data review form, this page also includes information about how they can begin developing these accounts. The individual's assets and liabilities are depicted with pie charts at the bottom of the page. So moving on to the next section, the major purchase goals overview page gives background information about major purchase goals, and these are goals that can be achieved within 4 to 5 years. This page also provides a brief outline about what the next 2 pages will look like and cover. So for this young adult, their first major purchase goal is to buy a house. And as you can see on the graph below, the individual should aim to save around $417 per month and can achieve this goal within 4 years. The second major purchase goal is starting a business. And the graph shows that an individual should aim to save around $1,250 per month and can achieve this goal within 5 years. Finally, the last page of a financial plan is the conclusion page. And this page reviews the information covered in the financial plan and highlights the important recommendations given in each section. So here are a few takeaways on how you can take steps today towards your financial success in the future. So the first thing you want to do is familiarize yourself with your financial situation. You should be sure to consistently update your data review form with any changes. And you can also find different ways to increase your income. You should adjust your expenses to limit extra and optional expenses. And you can also transition into a 50-30-20 budget plan. And in this budget plan, 50% of your income goes towards necessities, 20% goes towards savings, and 30% goes towards wants and optional costs. So even though you may be trying to limit your optional costs in this budget plan, you still have a little bit of money set in case you want to reward yourself with a latte in the morning. So in a financial plan, there are many resources for readers that allow the plan to be most effective for them. There are definitions of financial terms that allow the reader to not only better understand their financial plan, but they can also improve their financial literacy. The graphs and charts throughout the plan help the reader easily comprehend the information. And there is also a how to read a financial plan guide that allows the reader to understand each page of the financial plan and make better use of the information and recommendations given. So when working with your financial advisor, they may ask you to fill out a data review form. And this is used as a planning document for the financial plan and allows you to take a holistic look at your current financial situation. So let's walk through the data review form for the financial plan that we just looked at. The first section of the data review form is the cash flow. You will identify your different sources of income, and then we'll be able to see how much of total income you are making each month. You will do this again for your expenses to calculate your total expenses. The net cash flow is calculated by subtracting your expenses from your total monthly income. And this part of the data review form will allow you to see an overview of your monthly financial situation. You can see if you need to make any adjustments to your income or expenses in order to increase and improve your monthly net cash flow. The next section of the data review form is net worth. In order to determine your net worth, you need to calculate your net assets, which can be done by subtracting liabilities from assets. So your assets are divided into two categories. You have your financial assets and then your lifestyle assets. They will then be added to determine your total assets. And the next step in calculating net worth is to total your liabilities, which can include car loans, credit card loans, etc. And by subtracting this amount from your total assets, you will be able to determine your net assets or your net worth. By making use of the resources I have shared with you today, you can take the necessary steps to take control of your finances, meaning being able to stand on your own 2 feet and live a stress-free life without having to rely on your family or anyone else. Financial planning is the key to unlocking your dream life. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. I will be answering them right now. And also, if you're interested in learning more about personal finance, you can check out my YouTube channel, podcast, and Instagram at Not Tomorrow, where I post similar content on interesting finance concepts for teens. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Anna, for that presentation. Let's take a look at the chat and see. So it looks like Alicia was wondering if we were allowed to get a copy of the recording of the meeting to refer back to. I'm just going to say right now up front, I'm sorry, you guys, I was a little late in hitting the record button. I'm so bad about that. I get so caught up in the admitting people. But I think honestly, what might be better is what you and I discussed beforehand. Anna offered a summary of this presentation so that it would explain a little bit more about, because the slides aren't going to give all
as much information, yeah.
Right, and she did a great job with that last time she gave a presentation too. I actually sent it on to my daughter because it was really awesome. So yes, we can definitely do that.
Yes, and I mentioned in the presentation that I do have a how to read a financial plan guide that I can send out to you all as well, on top of the slides if you do want them.
Yes, and I'm happy to pass all of that on to you guys. So that's absolutely okay. Any other questions that anybody has? Okay.
So someone asked, would you recommend seeking a financial advisor in high school? So in my opinion, it's never too early to start financial planning, but you should definitely consult with your parents first and see if they're okay with you meeting with a financial advisor. And a lot of the stuff that you will be doing with a financial advisor will start when you're either applying to colleges or when you're in college. So I think that would be probably the best time as a junior or senior in high school to start meeting with a financial advisor. But honestly, it's really up to you and what your parents are okay with.
We've also had, how do you find a financial advisor, come through in the chat.
So first, I would talk to your parents again and see if they do have a financial advisor, because you can always meet with them. But if they don't, there are many financial advisors in the area, such as Ameriprise Financial or Wells Fargo, and they're great people to talk to if you do want some financial advice. So someone asked, do you think getting a financial planner is a good financial investment? And I think it is, because it's always good to have someone who's really well experienced in the area of personal financial management to come and help you review your current financial situation and see how you can really improve it and start working towards your goals. Because I think the biggest thing is discipline. And I know that it can often be hard to keep yourself accountable when you're working towards your goals. So having someone there who's going to be able to help you and keep you on track is always really beneficial and a great investment.
Any other questions, you guys? Wow. Well, I have to say, I think you were very thorough.
And yeah, if you do need me to go back to any of the slides or any pages in the financial plan or the data review form, I can definitely do that.
Anybody want any of the slides brought up again in particular? I think this is a really important topic because it's never too early to start saving money. I tell you that, just as probably the oldest person in the in the event. And it's not just for yourself. I am not a financial advisor or a professional, but I will say that if you think you might have children one day, children are expensive. And so it's always good to start putting money away so that, you know, if that's something you really want to do, that you'll be able to do that and do it responsibly. So sometimes it's hard to think about these things, I think, when you're younger, when you don't really know, you know, what you want to do with your life. But having enough money is always a good thing.
Yeah.
I think you've got another question there.
Yes. So someone asked, for the summary of the PowerPoint, how will you send an email or how will we be receiving it? So I think that's directed more towards you, Ms. Jen.
Yes, it would be via the email. So whatever email you used to get the link for the meeting today, that's what I'll be using to send out anything. So let's give Anna a little bit of time to create whatever she wants to create and make sure it looks the right way. So we'll try to get that out to you sometime next week. Is that Anna, does that work with your schedule?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Sorry, that is one thing I should have thought of before, since we did it last time, but it just slipped my mind. So,
but no worries. I can definitely get out the summary for you within the next week.
Awesome. Okay. And I think you had another couple of questions there.
So could we expect to pay consultation fees when talking to a financial advisor? So I think it really depends on the financial advisor. I'm not too sure what the policies are because there are so many different companies that financial advisors work with. So I think you should probably check with the specific financial advisor you want to work with, and then maybe compare their consultation fees, or if they have free consultations, to see which one would be best for you. And I think the same thing goes with the next question: how much does it cost to have a financial advisor? It really depends on the company that you're working with and the person you're working with. So I would talk to your parents first, see if they have a financial advisor. And if they don't, then work with them to find a financial advisor in your area that is most affordable for your family, and you'll get the best results from. And someone asked, what company do you recommend? So I've done a couple of interviews through the ISM program with Frisco ISD, and I've been able to interview with a different companies. So I see someone has said Schwab and Fidelity have great banking and investment accounts for teens, which is I agree with. And then I've also worked with Ameriprise Financial and talked with advisors in Wells Fargo, and they have a lot of great resources for financial advising with teams. And then someone asked, is there a specific place to meet the financial advisor, or is it in classroom inside the school we go to? So if you're talking about financial advising for college, I do know that in Frisco ISD schools, they have a college and career counselor that you can meet with if it's for financial aid. But if you're thinking more about financial advising, even beyond like college, just in general, then you would probably want to reach out to the financial advisor you're interested in working with. So you can do this by Googling them and then find their office, and you're probably going to meet with them there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, did you already address the question from Daryl? Is the document a sample? Oh, no, you didn't, because it's directly to me, sorry. So he's asking, is the document a sample financial plan? He's asking so he can Google other samples as well.
So yes, it is. It's a sample that I created with the financial advisor that I worked with, who is my mentor. And there are definitely a few other resources online that you can see as sample financial plans, but most of them will cover the same thing that I went through today because they're all the same standard layout. But it's just the main thing that changes is obviously the financial information and data in the plan.
All right, awesome. Anybody else? I'm just scrolling here, making sure we covered, make sure I didn't miss anything that was a direct message to me. Okay, you guys, if you have any other last questions, now is the time to put them in the chat.
And then once again, I can send out some information like the how to read the financial plan guide, and then some of the slides as well for more information for y'all after the session.
Annie, you got a thank you from Daryl.
Thank you for joining today.
All right, you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
It was a great program, and I want to say thank you before we break, and to Anna. She's done just a fabulous job as usual, and I think it's a really important topic, and I'm glad that Anna, that you brought this to the library so that people can get at least some beginning exposure to thinking about this and planning for their future. I think it's really important. So thank you for that. We have one more question there, Anna, if you want to take that.
Will you be sending the sample forms as well, or what are they called? So I can Google samples. So I do have the data review form, a blank one if you'd like to use it, so you can start tracking your financial information. So I can send that out as well. Or if you want the pre-filled one that I shared today, just let me know and I can send that as well. And if you do
Why don't we?
Oh,
is that okay? We do both?
Yeah, I can send both.
Okay, well, we can send both that way you guys can see.
Yes, and if you do have, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
Sorry. Okay, I was just going to say, if you do have like any other questions or need any other resources, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram or YouTube, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible and can send you those resources. So I can send both data review forms.
That's awesome. I think it's really useful to track your expenses. I know you guys are just at that beginning where maybe you don't have a whole lot of income, that kind of thing, but we've done that in our lives, my husband and I, and it's amazing to start seeing where your money goes, because if you don't track it, you really don't know where your money is going as you start earning more and more income. So that's really good. And I think that that's important. So
and
hope you guys follow.
Oh, sorry. I did create a budget plan from my previous webinar here, the Introduction to Personal Finance for Teens, that spreadsheet as well, which I can send, which is really good about tracking your expenses and seeing where it's going.
That would be great. All right. Well, I think we finished a little bit earlier than we expected it. Any final questions? I don't want to cut anybody off or.
Oh, someone asked what my IG handle is. It's on the slide. It's ___ tomorrow, and I can send it in the chat as well. And then someone asked, will the introduction to personal finance class be offered? I can definitely offer it again. I have a recording of it on my YouTube channel if you'd like to check that out. But if you have any questions, I can definitely do another live session of it.
Let's look, and we'll look at the schedule for the spring and see, because you're a senior, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see if we can squeeze it in the spring. Especially if people are asking for it. I think that's awesome. Great. Well, again, thank you so much, Anna, for your effort and your time in putting this together. I think it was very valuable, and I hope all of you guys found something of interest, and maybe it sparks some motivation for you to, you know, it's not too early to get your financial house in order. Yeah, senior, busy. And if you're a senior, good luck.
Yes, good luck everyone in the college application process.
Yes, totally. We hope that that goes smoothly for you all. I think we're going to go ahead and close it down. Unless you have another question or something, feel free to go ahead and leave. Anna and I are going to hang around just a little bit to close things up between the two of us. You guys are welcome to go ahead and go. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day and joining us virtually here. Hope this was valuable for you, and let us know in the chat before you leave if you want more virtual programming or if you like in person. It's always good to get that feedback too. Thanks, everybody. Hope you have a great day.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you,
everyone, for joining. Have a great day. Enjoy your Saturday.
Awesome. So some virtual. That's great. Bye, everybody. Thank you.